Last year, but I was unable to make it. So when I got the invitation this year, I took it as a priority to be here this morning with you. And I just like to say, I know that you will have a wonderful day's proceedings. When I look at the various speakers who will be addressing you, I take it you will have learned something from being here. The St. Mary Municipal Corporation, though not directly involved in farming, and we don't get any budget to assist directly with farming, but nonetheless, by way of repairing the various roads within the communities, it aids the farmers in bringing out their produce. And in the last 2 years, I am proud to say that at the St. Mary Municipal Corporation, the last 2.5 years, we have repaired throughout the parish of St. Mary in excess of 50 roads. Now, previous to the last 2 years, I took over as chairman in December 2016. And to give you an idea of what transpired, in 2017, we had only 7 such allocations to repair roads. So now in 2.5 years, we have done over 50 such roads, municipal roads belonging to the municipal corporation. As I say, I know this will aid the farmers in terms of bringing out their produce, because these are the small roads, the little community roads that you would use to bring out your produce. Also, I have initiated a program at the corporation where we have what is called our local economic development fund, and this can be used by councillors to assist persons in starting a business, including farming. And I know a number of councillors have assisted persons to either get involved in farming, or if not, to buy farming inputs. This is something I implemented when I was mayor previously, and since I took the chair again in 2016, we have increased that amount from 300,000 to 500,000 per year for each councillor to assist, as I say. And this must be a sustainable project. It must be something that the idea is that whoever you assist, as I said, it must be sustainable, it must be something that they can continue and make into a business, and to be able to continue it for some period of time. Hence, we have put a stipulation that no one person can benefit twice. Because what you find is some of the times persons get assistance. I'll use an example. You give somebody 100 chicken and 20 bag of feed. When after 8 weeks and they sell or eat or give away, they come back and say, councillor, can get 100 more. So we say, no, it don't work that way. We should be able to help somebody else, rather than the same person keep coming back again and again. I noticed your theme, climate smart agriculture, the key to food security. And I think it is a very timely theme. Climate change is something that is upon us, and there are many international funding agencies that are prepared to fund climate change projects. And to tie climate change with agriculture, I am sure if we think outside the box and write various projects to some of these international funding agencies, we might be able as farmers and as the GS to seek funding to assist in certain crops that will help with climate change. So I am suggesting that you look at that area in terms of, as I said, there's a whole heap of funding out there from a number of international organizations pertaining to climate change. And we need to look at some crops that maybe are not our traditional crops, but that will aid in terms of the whole climate change agenda, and there might be some funding forthcoming for that. Let me, as was explained, I have another function to attend. I have a meeting at the corporation. I also have a meeting at 12 o'clock. So I won't be able to stay with you for much longer, but it was a pleasure being here. I look forward to hearing great things from the JS I look forward to agriculture growing from strength to strength within the parish. There are a number of initiatives, a number of crops that especially RADA is pushing that are not traditional crops. I know potato is one that is St. Mary is doing pretty well, and I am told that also onion, things like these. So I look forward to, as a parish, St. Mary growing from strength to strength, and I know the JS plays a very important role in this, and we look forward to the JS growing from strength to strength in the parish and assisting our farmers and encouraging more persons to get involved in farming. So thank you very much. It was a pleasure being here. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Chairman, distinguished farmers, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, superintendent from Fire Brigade, colleagues from RADA, JS, JAMCRA, HLL, everybody, morning. My name is Maurice McLean, and I'm an inspector of police. I work at the Predator Accident Prevention Unit in Kingston. I am not a member of the St. Mary Police. I work nationally. Nonetheless, I work in collaboration with the St. Mary Police and all other police across the island to treat with the matter of predator larceny, which we use in a loose term, because predator larceny really speak to the stealing of crops only. So in general, it is farm theft, because farm theft covers the animals, the equipment, the vehicles, the crops, everything. But we just speak generally of it as predator larceny. I am happy to be here today, but I am a little bit sad. Reason being, I was in another parish yesterday, St. James to be exact, and in that AGM, we had over 50 farmers on the inside, and of course you know that persons are going to be on the outside. So I am feeling a little bit sad this one based on the turnout. Where are our farmers? I've been asking that question before. We need our farmers in the midst, because it's all about you. And there must be a takeaway from this. We acknowledge the rest of the stakeholders, and we appreciate everybody, to include myself, but we need more farmers out here in this country. Ms. Dominique. At the unit that I represent, it's operated out of the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, up by Hope Pastors. And the mandate of the unit is to really clamp down on everything as it relates to predator larceny. So we do the special operations, we do the joint operations, we do patrols, we patrol the farms also, we do security surveys, we do meetings, we do presentations. We clamp down on the end users, we clamp down on the big establishments, we do border patrols, border blocks. So if you are there as a farmer and you are transporting your agricultural produce, you may see the police stop you and ask you about everything that you are doing, to include produce the receipt for the goods you are transporting, produce your RADA ID, and let us look at everything for what it's worth. And if you are okay, you will carry on. If you break the law, you face the law. And this is what our unit does. However, we would have been having some challenges over the years where up to December last year, there were only 4 persons at the unit, and it was woefully inadequate to treat with the situation around the island. So I did a document, and I submitted to my supervisor, recommending that the activities of the unit be decentralized. Of course, it was taken, and I accept everything that I put my recommendation forward. And as such, as of the 1st of January this year, the activities of the unit has been decentralized. So every police across the island, every police division across the island must be in a position to treat with the situation with predator larceny. And so the burden not left unmoved at headquarters anymore. What it will do also, it will give you a more intimate relationship, a more hands-on approach with the police, because instead of calling headquarters to treat with something in St. Mary and in Trelawney and elsewhere, the local police is here to treat with your situation. And last month, we were in this very same conference room here at another function where Deputy Superintendent Robertson from this police division, he was here to address farmers in that capacity also. So I urge you, ladies and gentlemen, farmers, your responsibility is to assist your local police in terms of having them devise their strategies in assisting you. Nonetheless, we are here from headquarters to deal with the necessary occurrence. So we are not shifting blame, we're not shifting focus, just enlightening you with the information that your local police is in a position to treat with the matter. And you have some responsibilities as farmers because the police will not know everything. Yes, the police will gather their intelligence, they will do their investigations and come out and do the necessaries as it relates to treating with the issues out there and be proactive. And because proactiveness, for me, is a very useful way of treating with crime prevention. Being proactive, you put certain things in place. You know of several safety tips that you can put forward in relation to your farming practices, as also rearing of your animals and many other things. And a colleague from the fire can tell you about some other safety tips and proactiveness as it relates to preventing fires. We are talking about preventing farm theft in our capacity. Also, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important for you to have your local police on board. You want to speak to me, sir? Go ahead, please. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to take a question, but let's go ahead.
Good afternoon, powers.
Good afternoon.
My name is Sandra Fraser from Kingsbury, APU. And as far as I can mention, so I'm very glad to hear that see you today. I see somebody from the police department.
Yes, sir.
Having a problem in the community. Lots of farmers, young people, and old people, they have their animals. And it's a shame. Some actually paralyzed. And at night, when they breathe, our God, and I am asking you, please, sir, to bring this to the police force headquarters, that Enfield, Kingsbury, and in that whole area, because it's a syndicate of them and you don't know who they are. Some leave the district for many years and you see them come back. You don't know what they go outside here, but they come back and they don't go back where they go. Where they coming from?
You're talking about Enfield.
Enfield, yes, sir.
I know the area. I would have been to it. Thank you for that, sir.
So I am begging the police, right? Don't matter because if I will die tomorrow, I'm sure that I am going to live.
You will not die tomorrow, sir.
No, and I don't trust people, sir.
Yeah, I understand. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're saying. The honor to be a police is responsible for that area. And personally,
I am asking you, sir.
yes, sir.
Let that your promise son. I don't do anything.
I understand. I understand. Say no more.
Yes.
Say no more, please.
So I would like to visit the area and check the anatomy police and make
I do understand. And just to give you a little reminder, for the possibility that you may have been in the area. Last year I would have gone in that said area and had a meeting with several farmers along with the superintendent in charge of the parish, Mr. Bobby Morgan. I was there, I addressed the members. You were there, man?
Yes, sir.
Cool. And we spoke about a myriad of activities that we can utilize in the area. The commanding officer so far not of the police station at the time was an inspector. I'm not remembering his name right now, but I would have spoken to him at length, and some activities would have taken place over the many months there. Nonetheless, I take your point, and I will ensure that I sit down with the team here or call them. As a matter of fact, on my way back to Kingston this afternoon, I will have dialogue with them and put some more plans in place. And thanks very much for that. In the meantime, just keep yourself as safe as possible, please. And it's not a presentation, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just here to bring greetings. Just allow me a few more seconds, please. Ladies and gentlemen, stick to your safety tips. I spoke about putting lighting in your area, especially persons who have their farmhouses and their chicken coops and all of these places where you know that the criminals use a cover of darkness to create mayhem. And when they are coming for your produce, whether it be the livestock or the crops, or even your pools, they are coming at you. So wherever you can put things in place, ladies and gentlemen, add value to your security once, and you may have a lot of returns on your investment. investment for your entire duration. Put up your barbed wire fencing, put up other boundaries wherever you can. Utilize other persons within your family, your relatives. When you talk about unscrupulous act, as recent as last night about 11:30, I was speaking to a farmer from this parish where he's facing some tremendous loss. And when I questioned the person on the phone, I realized that there are several deficiencies as related to safety tips. He's woefully inadequate in certain things that he's practicing. And for you to have your farm 10 miles away from way out in the deep bush and nobody on the farm, you do not have a farm manager, you do not have a house. It serves as a means and attraction for persons to just drive onto the property like that. And so whenever you are doing your farming, you're doing a feasibility study, ladies and gentlemen, you have to think about your security, put certain things in place. Quickly, I just want to make a few more points. It is coming on to August. We have a couple of holidays in August, and I look at Jamaica as a social place where the least chance we get, we have a party. And we have to celebrate, yes, and we feel good. We're a feel-good nation, we're a happy people. But at the same time, stats would have shown us that we have 10 public holidays in Jamaica. And throughout these holidays, persons try to have their parties. And when they're having their parties, unscrupulous persons target you, the livestock farmers, to steal your goats, steal your cows, steal your pig, and steal your reindeer, anything they get to steal. So please, ladies and gentlemen, be mindful of what is happening in your space. When you see some posters, I'm not telling you that every promoter is a thief or what. Don't get me wrong. But I'm asking you to just be mindful of what is happening in your space, that you can be alert. I know of some farmers groups where they call me and tell me that based on the tips that I give them from time to time, they be proactive and put up their animals when they see certain things. Even at dead yard, they put up their animals. Because what people do, they come to you to find out what price your goat is selling for. And when you tell them that you're not selling your goat or so, 2 days ago missing, ladies and gentlemen, be very careful. Pay attention to the butchers. Pay attention, and if our butchers are in here, I'm not targeting anyone, I'm talking about farm theft in general. The butchers, you must be licensed, and persons who are practicing butchering have your associate with you. The associate butchers must have the requisite documentation to include your food handler's permit. The public health inspectors, they do the necessary in terms of visiting the location and knowing that the persons there are authentic and what they're doing is authentic. They certify the meat and all of these things. We know of the purple marker that they use on the meat, and it is not stamped. We know all of these things, and we're clamping down on persons. So ladies and gentlemen, we urge you not to purchase items from persons who come to you in your spaces, in their car trunks and the van box selling meat. That is illegal. You are putting yourself at risk. Alright? Another point, please. There is a situation now, especially in the eastern and southern part of the island, where persons are stealing bees. Colony of bees. All the beekeepers inside here and all the beekeepers that you know, have them be on alert, please, because persons are stealing bees. One colony of bees range between $25,000 to $33,000. One man lost 11 boxes the other day. Do the math. So we are asking you, be mindful. And when you look at bee, it's not a cell phone or a handbag or a bicycle or a football. They're talking about bees, they will sting you. So it's not the average person like me steal a bee, because I don't know how to look at a bee or a colony of bee. So it must be the trained persons, and persons steal from persons. But I got to understand that there is a lucrative trade, and persons are involved in it. We are doing our investigations. But ladies and gentlemen, please be mindful. I could stand here all day and talk to you about these things and put you in a frame of mind, but I'm just here to bring greetings. So I just want to say a big thanks to the team that invited me here, big thanks to you to listening, big thanks to H&L and all the other entities that are here to support the JSHM as usual. I am available for a few more minutes because I have to leave at 2 minutes to 12 for another meeting in Kingston, and after that I have an engagement in Clarendon. 381 if you so desire. 381-5790. That's 381-5790. And sir, I will speak with you shortly. Thanks very much.
Alright, thanks again.
Yes.
Recently, I was listening to a presentation by our agriculture minister, and what struck me more than ever is that they are allocating some funds for small farmers. And I'm sure how that fund will work, but assuming that our PC bank across the length and breadth of Jamaica will get some amount of allocation of that funding to assist farmers. They have been assisting farmers over these years, but I hear of that fund that he made mention of recently. So I want to welcome the manager for the PC Bank, IAPC Bank, Miss Marlene Alexander, to come and tell us more about programs that the PC Bank has, and which include what our minister has mentioned recently. I'm not sure if she's aware of that program or not. But please welcome Miss Alexander.
Members of the audience, pleasant morning. I'm Marlene Alexander, branch manager of the National Business Club in Haiti, and I'm here to bring greetings on behalf of the management and staff of the National Business Club. Our aim is to provide a wide range of financial service for our valued members. With that being said, With that being said, I'll tell you all about the products and allied services that the PC Bank offers. To become a member of the PC Bank, you should have a valid ID, TRN, your proof of address, 2 telephone references, and a minimum of $4,500. $3,500 is for membership fee. That is non-refundable. We have different forms of savings. We have what we call our alpha savings, that's a regular savings. We have our partner plan, which most persons I realize are interested in. We also have our golden harvest savings plan, right? I'll start with the alpha savings. The minimum to start that one is $1,000, right? And the interest rate is from 0.25 to 1.75%, depending on the amount of money that you have in your savings. The partner plan, you can do your partner plan whether weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. It starts with a minimum of $500 per week, and you get a bonus at the end of the period. How the bonus works, you will have to throw on time. So for example, if you start, say, $1,000 per week, starting say at Thursday, we expect you to throw within that week, right? If you don't throw within the week, then you won't get the bonus. The bonus ranges from 15% to 125%. So if you start a partner plan for $1,000 per week for 16 weeks, then the bonus will be 15% of the 1,000 of the hand, not the amount that will accumulate at the end of the period. If you go say for 48 weeks, which is roughly 1 year, you get 125% on that. We also offer loans. One of our newest products is the Easy Way loan. What we call it Easy Way loan, because that one is very easy to access, right? You don't have to have any form of collateral for that. But the thing is, you have to be employed because it has to be paid through salary deduction. The requirements are very simple. Only 2 passport-size pictures, a job letter, 3 recent payslips, and your proof of address. You can get between 12 to 3 years to pay, and the maximum is $500. 500,000, sorry. And remember, you don't need any collateral for that one, right? But you must be employed. We also call it easy loan. But that one you have to be doing some form of small business. You have to have proof of the business because you have to come and check to see if the business is credible to repay the loan, right? For first-time borrowers, it starts at 72,000. It goes up to 400,000. But for first-timers, they can get more than 72,000. It is paid every week. I noticed that some farmers also access this type of loan. So for example, if you're doing poultry, but you have to have the poultry on a large scale. You have to have the birds in stages. Saying that the loan has to be paid weekly. So for example, when you kill a certain amount, then you can roll over to pay the loan. Right? The requirement for that is a written recommendation, 2 telephone references, IDCR, a passport size picture, 20% of the amount in your savings. That is the only form of collateral that we ask for the small business loan. You get between 20 to 40 weeks to pay that one.
Good, sir. Great, sir. What do you consider being large farm? So I'd like to say large scale farm. They said
For the poultry.
Right.
Say about
1,000 birds.
Maybe say 100.
100.
But you have to have that in stages.
Okay.
Right.
Hello, another quick question. I'm listening, probably past, I'm not sure, but I didn't hear you made mention of any package that you have for small farmers. Because you know, most of the time you have small farmers. Do you have any package that is tailored to meet the needs of a small farmer?
Good question.
To be honest, no, because all of the farmers I know, and they came to us and I tell them what the requirements are, then they will say to me, so they don't have anything for us. Understand? So honestly, no. They will have to have some form of collateral.
For example?
Land, motor vehicle, investment policy or cash.
Mr. Minister, there is a question I asked you now. Can I give you answer?
Okay, sorry. Sorry. I went to let her answer.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was asking her if she had any products or services available tailored to suit the needs of you, some of you there who are small farmers, because I did not hear that being mentioned in your presentation, which she answered and said no. You need collateral for everything.
Collateral for everything except the small business loan and the easy way loan.
And she was giving some examples of collateral.
Some examples of the collateral, land title, motor vehicle title, investment policy, or cash. We also offer motor vehicle loans. We finance vehicles up to 7 years old, and you can get up to 10 years to repay. We also offer agricultural loans, energy loans, but all those loans, they're going to need collateral for.
Yes, agricultural loans, because that's what we're about, and we need to know details. So could you give us a breakdown as to what those agricultural loans entails?
Okay, agricultural loan will entail livestock projects, food, fish farming, agro-processing. Another form of agricultural loan would be suppose you want to buy a farm vehicle, to resuscitate the farm.
Minimum and maximum amount.
There's no minimum requirement, but the maximum I would say about 5 million. But there's no minimum requirement. And of course, we don't finance the full cost of the project, we finance 90% of the cost. No loan at all, we finance the full cost.
Okay. And what's the interest rate on that?
The interest rate now is 10% reducing.
10% on the reducing balance?
Yes, sir. Other products that we offered are the family indemnity plan. That plan is insure up to 6 members of your immediate family. That would include yourself, your spouse, your parents if they are up to age 75, and your children if they are up to age 25. The amount ranges from 400, I don't remember the figure, but for something we have some brochures circulating. It is on the brochure, $5,290. And 1 monthly premium for all the persons that you have on it. That is basically it from the EC Bank. I must take the opportunity to thank you for inviting us to come and share at your AGM. The PC Bank and the AAS have been having a good working relationship over the years, and I know that that will continue. We do wish you all the best, and we hope you have a productive meeting.
The name sound a little bit different now, but the salary is still the same. It's now parish manager. But I don't mind it still being the parish development officer, because I'm still developing the parish. So I don't have a problem with that. Greetings to you all. Alright. You know, right after when I finish here, I wake up on a coffee break, you know, so nowhere to sit. The chairman was instructed to do it, but yes, he has a good heart to let me come first still. I'm not going to be long with you. The St. Mary Forage Clubs, we are still doing our work on the ground. We are still working the length and breadth of this wonderful parish of St. Mary. Although I'm from Westmoreland, St. Mary has become my second home. You know, I spend most of my time here, surrounded. You know, like, you know, when you were on the road all over, and now you're back home in your parish, settled down now. So I don't know when I'm going back to Westmoreland. But for now, St. Mary is my home. And I must say, as what the chairman said, I'm very passionate about my job and what I do. And whatever I am doing, whether for the youth or for whosoever I'm doing, Sir Chairman, I'm passionate about it. Yes, I don't start something that I can't finish. So if I can't do it, I'll say no. I'm not afraid to say no. All right? For the youth in St. Mary, for this year, ending March 30th, 2019, we have accomplished much more than the previous year. This year, I can say we have distributed over 16 pairs of rabbit to 16 schools within the parish so far. We still have 3 more to go right now. They're to be delivered tomorrow at our AGM. I'll be doing that handover. All right? So for this, we are doing well in the rabbit care management, where we are now training the youth to develop this type of farming. Let me see how much persons raise rabbit inside here. We don't have no rabbit farmers inside here, see? And who have the interest of rearing rabbits? Okay. All right. Now, I can tell you something, it's the best meat there is. Let me see the hands of those who have ever eaten the rabbit meat. Okay, good. All right. Let me see the hands of those who have been interested in eating the rabbit meat. All right, yes. It can be done in all ways. It can be jerked, it can be barbecued, it can be curried, it can, any way you want to do it, it can be done. And it's the meat that has the least cholesterol level inside of it. So it's a healthy meat for you to eat. So if you have trouble with cholesterol, you can eat the rabbit meat same way. I see a young lady shaking her head. They look too pretty to eat, don't you? But no. But they are not. It's just like if you look on the goat to when and look cute and nice, but they love goat meat, don't you? You don't eat goat. Oh, you're a vegetarian. I can't tell. Bosh. That's so you go. But I can tell you this. It is very good, especially when you have it with the sorrel sauce. It is very well. Tastes very well. I can say for this year, the 4-H Club, St. Mary 4-H Club, we went to the National Achievement Day that was held in Denver in April. And last year, we came 9th. This year, we came 3rd. Yes, 2 ladies beat me. The funny thing about it, I told them in Keisha, one is from St. Elizabeth and one is from St. James. But come next year, I'm going for the first position. Yes. It is not an easy road to travel, to work with youth, and then we also, our main volunteers who are teachers. They are the ones who actually assist in the schools where the clubites are. And with the curriculum that the teachers are having now, it is very time consuming, it's very, strenuous on them doing the teaching and also running the 4-H club. So right now, we are looking, whereas for persons within the community, we are starting community clubs. We are looking to do that. So persons in communities, if you're interested in starting a 4-H club there, you can contact me at 579-6853. And our registration fee is just a minimum of $500 per year. And for that, whatever benefits arise, when it arises, clubs can be beneficial towards those if you are registered. All right? Go again. The number 579-6853. 53. Right. I really want to push the rapid production in the parish because it's something we are asked to get it off the ground and we can really make money from it. It's $900 a pound for rabbit meat. Yes. They're not that hard to take care of or to manage, so we are looking at that. We have a program we call REEP, R-Y-E-E-P. And this program, we assist youth. You know, I know you are more persons inside the world. All we are youth still in our own minds, yes. Because I consider myself as a youth. And this program, we have now entered our 3rd year with it. We train youth to write business plans and proposals in farming aspects, whether it be crop production or livestock production. And at the end of these, at the training, so about 6 months, they are allotted $100,000. And this $100,000, they don't get cash in hand, but you will get it. The goods and items amounting to the $100,000. So say for example, you want to do poultry. Is it that you want the money to buy the chickens, or to build the house, or to purchase the chicken and feed? Whatever the $100,000 can cover. So you have to know that for the youth, if they don't have the land, what they can do is to say if their uncle, auntie, grandpa, grandma, mommy, daddy who have land, they can get a letter from them signed by a justice of the peace, submit it to the application form, and they can go into the venture that is there. It is sad to say that for St. Mary this year, because each parish we are allotted for 20 youth to sign up for this program. And for St. Mary, I only got 4. I remember I went to a group of young men down by Esha, and they distinctly tell me that before they sign up for nothing, they have to get the money first. And it is so sad to know, because they are working on a farm. It's a friend farm, a very good friend of mine, his farm, and he was willing to pay them same way, although they're not on the farm doing work, paying them same way to come and do the training same way. and at the end of the day, they will be getting these funds to assist them in starting their own business, but yet they refuse to do so. Now, this is where the community has to get in. We have to try to get into the minds of our young boys and girls and try to teach them how to be young entrepreneurs. All right, so persons in the community, you know, there's hope, there's hope. I'm not giving up, I don't give up. And so we have to try. What I'm going to do is, whenever this program comes around again, I'll be sending the information to Mrs. Taylor, the parish manager for the JS, and she can distribute the message across the JAS. That means if you know young persons within your community who are interested in doing this program, you are willing and free to do so. The training does not cost you a dime. It is fully funded by the Jamaica 4-H Club. All right? Thank you very much for having me. Question, sorry.
Regarding the rearing of chickens, there is this thing about having a slaughterhouse and stuff like that when we're doing chickens.
Yes, I believe the Ministry of Health. Yes. I believe Ministry of Health has initiated that concept. If you're doing large-scale poultry and selling to the public, you have to have a proper slaughterhouse.
For business, it means then you have to do a lot. So you now have to find the funding to do the chicken house and the slaughterhouse.
And that's what I'm saying. You have to budget yourself. Is it that you can get some assistance to do the building, right? And then you get the 100,000 to buy your chickens feed medication.
Think about the chickens alone, you have to think about that part.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So when you're doing your training, in doing your business plan and proposal, you'll be taught all those of how you go about and facing those obstructions that will be happening, right? So that's what the training is all about, because every business they have hiccups and hurdles to cross. So it is there, you get in the training, and these are persons who are professional in writing these business plan and proposals.
Another thing, would a school qualify to get somebody competent to train in that area? Because I know of a school who
Yes,
does farming, and they're now in the process of building slaughterhouse. They can't raise the chickens anymore because they didn't have the house per se. So they have to stop that, work on the house, and then when the house is finished, they go back to.
Yes, we do provide, we at the 4-H Club do provide training in that area. As a matter of fact, we have programs, a master level program right now, that anyone, whether youth, adults, seniors, anyone who wish to do a master level training, whether in goat care management, rabbit, bees, or whichever area. We also have it in cake baking, decorating, sandwich making as well. And if you are interested in doing this program, you can do the master level training, which is free of cost, we don't charge. And at the end of this, you do an assessment, and also you get a certificate at the end of it.
So we get in touch with you? Or?
Yes, you can get in touch with me with that. Mr. Bolson, your hand was up.
Yeah, the question of slaughterhouse.
Yes,
I'm wondering, you know, not everybody will be able to do a slaughterhouse. Somebody doing 50 chicken or 100 chicken here. Would it be possible that we could set a central slaughterhouse somewhere and the chickens are taken here in the slaughterhouse?
I think that would be able to work out. That would be under the, you know, so that can fall under the JS as well with the RADA personnel and all those persons who are dealing with the farmers. And the thing is, because for some schools, because I know Horace Clark High, they don't have poultry up there right now because they were told that they need to have a slaughter unit on the school compound. If so be the case, what we're looking at now is to say that for schools who have a slaughterhouse, like for example, Highgate Primary, I believe St. Mary High also have a slaughterhouse. and Carnal High School. But the thing is, you're looking at transportation now to transport the chicken from point A to point B to go and get it slaughtered. Right. So you're looking at transportation costs, which is an overhead costing. So which may work out? Is it that it's easier to get those roofing, do a floor, set up an area, put around some mesh, steel float on the counter, while you put on the tiles or something, and just set up a small, it doesn't have to be a big area, just a small area, even right onto your chicken house or a couple feet away from your chicken house. Even a small unit, just like what is being built on the outside right here, nothing big, just something to say that that's your slaughterhouse and we're going to get rid of the bloody water and all of these things, right? And you know, yes. All right, thank you very much. Yes, have a good day. God bless you.
All right, all protocols are observed. Well, again, everyone. I am Howard Williams, representing H&L Agro of Hardware and Lumber, and also here with me is an intern, Miss Hilton. She's an intern, and today I want to give greetings on behalf of Hardware and Lumber. Hardware and Lumber has been around for over 90 magnificent years, right? And it has to be something why we are around for that long, right? And it is you, the farmers, who have contributed to our success over the years, and which I must say a big thank you to you all, right? Now, I must also say a big thank you to all the stakeholders. I know that JS is an umbrella organization that consists of farmers, but also to RADA, who we had worked with over the years, and also 4H, who we are currently doing some projects with now. Now, Hardware and Lumber in itself has bring to market a lot of high-end products. Now, persons would use the word expensive. No, I don't use the word expensive. I tend to use the word cost-effective, because given that they are high-end products, they give excellent results. And you can hear the testimony from Mr. Rule that was, shared with him by a farmer in St. Anne. Now, over the years, we do nothing than the best. But it has to be the best. And we see reliable suppliers. Suppliers are as Syngenta. Syngenta does products like Gramaxone, Silicon, Karate, and Pegasus. One of the best seed companies in the world, Seminis, your Tropicana cabbage, your Taranos tomato. For all those persons who know the hybrids, and the best hybrids you can think of comes from H&L Agro. Now, in terms of equipment like your spray pan, the Swiss mix, and your solo, we are the suppliers we are the distributors of those products as well. Now, just to give you more information about Hardware and Lumber. Hardware and Lumber comprises of H&L Agro, which I'm representing today, and also H&L Rapid True Value. H&L Agro is the agricultural side of the business, and Rapid True Value, as you know, is the hardware side of the business. Now, with H&L Agro, we not only sell products, because, in fact, it's our work, the work that we have done out here. As I mentioned to you, bringing quality products to market. Before we bring them to market, we have to forge a relationship with RADA, the JAS, right, to do demonstrations. And a lot of the the products that have taken, you know, firm and strong root in your various communities. They are done based on the success of what many farmers have seen and giving the testimony that Mr. Rule had just mentioned. It just wants to reach a good farmer, you know. And everybody wants to follow the best, right? So if a farmer out there is successful, you want to follow that farmer as well. So we are not only in the business to sell product. We want to change the face in the marketplace. The other day I read in the Gleaner that where the JS had mentioned that there is no, you know, they need better quality goods in the marketplace. And I agree with that. And while we are expressing that we have to keep up with what is going on globally. We cannot continue to plant the regular heirloom crops. We have to step up to hybrid. And we don't want persons to mix hybrid with GMO, right? For a lot of persons will say that hybrids are GMO, and that is not true, right? So hybrids has to do with selection of the different crop varieties. You select your various characteristics that you desire, and the plant breeder then infuse all of that together, and from that you get a hybrid, right? No, GMO is all different. You have to alter the gene altogether, right? So we are in the business, and Jamaica in itself, we cannot get up overnight or within a 1 year or a 2 year or a 3 year and just start importing GMOs into the country. No. According to the rules and regulations globally, there has to be a lot of process put in place for this to be done, and it may take 10 years, right? So it's not something that you can just get up tomorrow morning and import. I just want to say again, ladies and gentlemen, that we are happy that a lot of persons are seeing success from their agricultural business. And at this time, I want to welcome Ms. Tamara Hyatt. Ms. Hyatt is the champion farmer for St. Mary. Wow. Oh. Right? Ms. Hyatt has done tremendously well in agricultural production, right? And as a part of our trust at Hardware and Number, H&L Agro. Okay, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Champion female farmer for St. Mary. Sorry about that.
Well done, well done.
It is a part of our trust to encourage females into farm, and it shows that a female, you cannot underestimate them. Let me say gentlemen, you cannot underestimate them. And I've been to Tamara's farm more than once, and the quality production that she has done in her area, you know, it's wonderful. So at this time, I want to continue to encourage you to do well in your farming and to contribute more and more towards food safety, food security, and also agricultural development in the country. All right?
People are get jealous.
And if you want the H&L at the front and the back and RC that's the matter.
Yeah, I love Agro, H&L Agro.
Well done.
So, that's all for me, ladies and gentlemen. I could say a lot. Once again, thanks for inviting me to bring greetings, and it was nice being with you all.
So, Miss Thomas,
Where is she?
please stand up, or you can come forward so that
Please.
come on. And she'll be representing, well, as you know, or for those who doesn't, she will be representing the parish of St. Mary at the Denby agriculture show in August. So y'all should come out to represent the parish and support her. In fact, I expect her to win for us this year also. So let us start the pressure from now. Alright, thank you, Miss.
Mr. Chairman, if I may. Just before they left now, you had the former St. Mary farm queen who was here. Her name is Miss Glycina Cox. She was there with Miss McFarlane. She's now working at the BC Bank in Highgate. And
I was going to...
she was our second runner last year, national.
I was going to acknowledge her even though she left with Miss Alexander. Alright, but thank you for that, Mr. Costa. Still see he's been passionate about new development. Alright, so Jack Rock. Jail. Is it Jail Rock? I'm always saying to Jack Rock. I feel energized. I feel like, I mean, this is my third AGM and I've never drank any coffee at an AGM and not taking anything away from all former parish manager or present parish manager. But we never get a coffee
Hold on, he never got coffee from J. Crop.
We never get coffee. We never get chocolate yet. You know what I mean? What else you have down there? We never get everything there. So we just want to big up Jack Rock. I really appreciate J. Crop. Jack Rock, we don't know it as Jack Rock. I know it as Jack Rock. But I really want to appreciate and show our appreciation for they being here today. I mean, I feel like we're a part of something. We are recognized, and we just want to say to them, you know, first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for the coffee. As a former coffee man, you know, so I really appreciate it. So let us welcome Mr. Gerald Bryan, bringing greeting for Jacob.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon, farmers and my colleagues. I was at the 8th and everybody. It's one big Albrecht family, all right? I want to say, as he ponder with the name Jaguar Jaguar, right? So I'm sure that by next year it will be at the tongue of everybody, all right? And if anybody can tell me what Jaguar means, then nobody from the end table, no. Any of my good farmers, my good St. Mary Rwanda officer. Alright, so I see another person wondering about it, alright? We are the Jamaica Agriculture Commodity Regulatory Authorities, alright? And you would have heard over the past couple of years where a lot of organization has been merging, coming together to make efficiency in the system, right? Basically, what we are, the regulatory for the commodity crops. So, simply, it's a merger of the coffee and the cocoa industry. Alright? So everybody knows it. easier now, right? It's just a merger. Over that corner we have the team. Let me just quickly introduce Mrs. Carly with Madison, right? Which is the advisor on the field secretary unit. We have Miss Permin Francis from the Spices, and we have Mr. Stand from Mr. Ashwood, Chevron Ashwood. Everybody has sent here must know that face because he's responsible, or his duty now is to work with the cocoa farmers directly in the area and the spices. Alright? So, as I mentioned earlier on, Jamaica is a merger of the coffee and the cocoa industry board along with the spices. So we also have under the umbrella pimento, ginger, turmeric, nutmeg. Right? You would have heard on the news some other crops. Gold and nuts. No, it is not one of our regulated crops. But I'll address that shortly, right? So you would have heard recently some other crops that, we actually have the regulatory arm for the coconut industry, right? So you have the coconut industry that is still out there, but the regulatory part also comes with Jamaica, right? So what we're doing is just ensuring, as our mission statement will tell you, we are here to promote and regulate the operation of free, fair, and vibrant trading environment for our selected agricultural commodities, which are grown in Jamaica. We do that both for the local and export market through the institution and maintenance of high quality standards and quality assurance practices across the entire production chain, from the field to the finished product, employing at each stage international best practices. Basically, we are saying we just want to ensure that farmers who produce these crops understand what they are doing and can meet the international standards, right? In Jamaica, we have approximately today about 15 dealers, licensed dealers that registered the company for coffee, right? I know that person will tell me, and I see some person smiling away, that coffee used to be a vibrant thing I've said here. And we used to go down the bottom there to the farm. The doctor person, I don't remember the name of the community. Coffee. Where he used to bring it, he had a variety that he brought in for himself. A big grade. Just down the road. I remember his name. Right. But he used to be a variety. We still have coffee as far as when you go to Pembroke, Arden, Coxpiece area, we have a lot of coffee still there, right? Some of the challenges that affects the coffee industry is the fact that it's one of those crops. Alright, it's a crop. It is known as the second tradable product to buy. It's one that you barter on the market. So it's not one that you set a price and say, this year you're going to get that. It's one that each year, like iron. So it goes up. So sometimes the price for the local coffee, we refer to these areas outside of the Blue Mountain as High Mountain coffee. And sometimes we have gone as high as even $6,000 for the box. And another time it goes down. Farmers, you know what that means. When you make your budget and it falls, then persons show little interest, right? And you at least want to have a constant market or a constant price to which you can sell. Today, we have 3 licensed dealers to purchase coffee in the High Mountain area. And we only have 1 doing it such now, alright? So all the coffee that is produced now is purchased by the Jamaica Standard Product. Anybody ever gone to Mandeville side? And when they reach a Williams, we run about the smell of nice coffee or rose. That's Mr. Minor, right? The Jamaica Standard Product. They are the one purchasing coffee now. You got the one coffee company that used to operate out of Bagua. They are not purchasing coffee at the moment. But arrangements are made for the farmers of St. Mary, up at Guys here of St. Catherine, for trucking to take to the wet mill in Cave Valley, center. Alright? As we relate to cocoa, I know St. Mary, I should say outside of Clarendon, would have, since joining the industry, would have known as a larger cocoa producing areas. And so I don't want to say much at this now working at it, alright? But you know the Richmond fermentary, and we also have the Margans Valley fermentary in Clarendon that does the purchasing of it.
Richmond, I don't think we did cross right now we have been problem with water. But so far they got a clean up sometimes.
Yes.
I think because of disease.
Yeah, the frosted part.
Yeah, and it's looking pretty fine now.
Right.
The crop.
The crop is looking good.
Yeah.
Alright, but I'm saying they are there, and with some management or some intervention, we know that they are responsible for taking the product from the farmers. Alright? As it relates to the spices, I don't know much. Maybe my rather friend will tell me later on how the ginger goes and the turmeric in this parish. But I don't know much, but I don't remember. And St. Mary's known for nothing. Somebody just tell me nothing about that. We know that, right? Good. As it relates to Poland, we don't regulate it, but the same purchasers. We have 5 dealers for the pimento, and those dealers that does pimento and some of the spices also do Poland, right? So if you are having a problem, we have the factories in Manchester, Clarendon, just about Kingston.
We are having a problem in Sydney, right?
They're not purchasing. Alright. Alright, here we go. Don't mention it too long. Just let me get the number when we finish, and I will link you with a dealer. I mean, even last week, Mr. No one qualified years, old case man. But Mr. Thomas was saying that he was willing to make the trip over with me to St. Mary to ensure that the spices persons are represented in the parish. Meaning he does pimento, ginger, cola nuts, and nutmeg. And he wanted to ensure that they are represented. So he said me that once I come over, I must tell him, and he will also make the trip over with me. So anybody in that, as I said before, if you see Mr. Ashwood, always can just complain to him. He's also has some responsibility for the spices, alright? I'm afraid I have a question now. 1 minute, let me just make one comparison.
As my information that the chocolate thing that in Richmond is nothing processed anymore. Because I'm presently working with the first department control and I asked, but it's not all. I get to understand that they are making a casket on that control.
Okay.
That's
I think this can't work for everybody. This is that's why I'm saying something about what's going to go for in that parish stuff. Alright. We understand, we hear that, but I know in terms of purchasing, alright? What I will do, I will leave my contact number with you, right? And before I confirm or say much about what is happening, then I will receive further advice, alright?
Just to say, sir, that we farmers, our business is to supply.
Right.
And since there are persons coming in to buy, we sell them what they want to do is their business.
Alright. Right. So what I think is that also what we're trying to promote in the industry is, as we said, we want to ensure that the persons who are purchasing are regulated persons, right? Because we don't want too much of the underground thing. I understand what you said. Your job as farmer is to produce, and then person coming and buy. But we just want to ensure that the persons who are buying, as we said, what we have is that we have on our books 3 dealers for cocoa. Alright? So we just want to ensure that the persons who are doing the purchasing are actually legitimate. Alright? The turmeric, as I said before, that's the same thing that they use down the line with curry. Very good market is at a lot of medicinal purposes, and we would also encourage our farmers who can afford to do some of that. The market is great in terms of the export of the market. Alright?
As for me, sir, what about Qatar? Very good.
Yes, but I know a little about it. Alright? And as I said before, in terms of spices, it is not one of the control crops that we try to regulate. Alright? As you would have known, the two major diseases, H&L will tell you we work closely with them at person. The two major diseases of coffee, having two major crop is, we have the coffee leaf rust, that is the current looking powder, the yellow powder in the back of the coffee leaf, which causes heavy leaf fall. That is a serious problem, and it has manifested itself greater since 2013. Wow. Only last year, or the year before, 2 years ago, the frosty part was observed in Clarendon, and since then, it has been a major problem for the cocoa industry. So we have our challenges, but we are here to work keenly with the farmers and to see how best we can try and meet most of the challenges.
I am delighted to bring greetings on behalf of the Jamaica Fire Brigade St. Mary Division. But it's not St. Mary now. It's the St. Mary Division. Okay, we express our appreciation for being invited here. We appreciate the good work you are doing in our parish. Thank you. Has statistics shown that we had gotten 75 calls throughout the period of last month, 65 of which were genuine fire calls. These include house fires and 50 of which are bushfires. As farmers, we know that you always say we don't have anything to do with our garbage, so we're going to burn it. We have experienced a lot of fires, the unit was out from after 3 years today. The crew that was working didn't return to station until after 10 last night. Yes, because of bushfires. So we implore on farmers to try and find other means of getting rid of your waste. Instead of burning these bushes in this dry period, because we are experiencing a lot of drought in some areas, instead of burning them, try to contain them in an environment that is suitable. We also provide safety ward training, as in safety monitor training. So we go to the communities and give advice. We do training as community trainings. We are invited to these trainings. We give advice on how you can safely get rid of your waste. We also, as currently as we speak, we are doing a training in Enfield. Any persons are from Enfield here? Yes, you're a part of that training. We also have a meeting this afternoon. Yes, but we done a farmers training there probably about 3 weeks or 4 weeks back. We did some training with the farmers. So this afternoon we have a meeting with the farmers in Enfield. So you can call Jamaica Fire Brigade if you want to arrange for us to be at your community meetings, imploring on you guys to be safe in the safest possible ways. We know that garbage is not collected on a regular basis, so what other means we have, but please feel free to invite us to your community meetings. The number for the Fire Prevention Department, the Jamaica Fire Brigade office is 994-2771. So you can call us, send us a letter inviting us to your community meetings, your farmers meetings. We will be more than happy to be there to do a presentation. Thank you.
All right, so as the gentleman said, thank you very much, sir. Pesticides Control Authority. All right. Apart from now, just know, by a show of hands, whoever you got this organization before. It's very few. Well, that is very sad. Very, very, very sad. So that is an indictment on my organization, right? So, basically, we are all farmers here, and those who are not farmers basically come in contact with pesticides, right? So, Pesticides Control Authority, basically, we regulate the authority, the pesticide industry. What that means, basically, all the pesticides coming to the country are locally manufactured we regulate that industry. We give person license to purchase, to some extent, but mainly to sell or to manufacture pesticides. All right. So, I'm gonna ask a few questions before we get more in the introduction of the authority. Let me see by the raise of hands who use pesticides. Everybody. Good.
I'm picking two roads.
So everybody uses pesticides. One side or the other. But only about 3 persons know about pesticides control authority. Alright, second question. By the show of hands, who are protecting themselves while using pesticides? Try to protect yourself. Well, at least you try. Third question. By the raise of hand, who believe that pesticides are dangerous to the point where they can cause death? So you see the difference. So everybody believes that pesticides are dangerous, but not everybody are protecting themselves. Right? So this authority started in 1992 out of the Pesticide Act of 1975. Well, I wasn't around in 1975, right? But during that time, 1960s, 70s, basically there was this mass poisoning of persons in the country, mainly in St. Thomas, some in St. Anne, St. Elizabeth, Manchester. Yes. So, see it? Okay.
I read about it.
You read about it. So during that time, before that, the government didn't really regulate the pesticide industry. So during that time, one of the reasons why they highlight St. Thomas is that most of the persons died in St. Thomas, I think around 17%.
My number is 5799220. It's 876-579-9320.
Done.
876-579-9320. 579-9320. Mr. Chairman, Parish Manager, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, farmers, all, good afternoon. A point of observation, part of, forgive me for being a scientist. Now I go anywhere I tell them I'm from St. Mary, I'm the best scientist in St. Mary. Some of us don't carry a flag, but we're scientists anyway. Scientists. I note well that I'm scheduled to speak at 11:50 to 12:30, and it's almost 2 o'clock. When I was told that I should do, I was asked to do a session for about 25 minutes. I was told. I seriously, aggressively trimmed what I had. I printed it off, trimmed it, and I'm in a little quandary for 2 reasons. One, you've not yet eaten. 2, I never liked the war in the body. But sufficient to say that I think from my own experience in life, I've been given a chance to be one of the greatest speakers you'll ever hear. The history of the Jamaica Agricultural Society cannot be separated from agriculture in Jamaica. Matter of fact, this year marks 124 years since the JAS started in Jamaica, and I want you to give yourself a big hand. For the JAS, it has fostered the development of our institution called agriculture. And the history began in 1895 under the instruction of the then governor of Jamaica, Sir Henry Blake, to stimulate the interest of all categories of farmers in the island in agricultural pursuit, and to establish a forum where all farmers could meet, discuss the problem, to initiate plan, elect officers, and to do other things that are necessary for the welfare of the farming community. It is the oldest and most deeply rooted organization in rural development agriculture in Jamaica and also the Caribbean. The JAS also established parish offices island-wide. Each parish has within its structure a framework of association of branch society that consists of branches within the farming communities, and in each ABS is governed by the president of the executive body elected by the farmer for representation in the decision-making process of the society. In looking at the matter at hand, climate smart agriculture, key to food security, I want to kind of move away a little bit from my presentation. Given the fact that you have had this long, arduous task of sitting for 4 hours, I want us to talk briefly. What are our greatest challenges? The greatest challenges that we have in ensuring that we have sustainable agriculture is a practice that all of us want to get rid of. The practice of burning. The argument, sir, is that every time we burn, we push more carbon dioxide in the air. Every time we burn plastic, we take away a piece of the ozone layer, which makes it hotter. Matter of fact, it is said that every year the temperature rises by 1 degree. What does that mean? It might not mean anything to you, but it means that where we're at now, where you find that the temperature is very hot, where we're at now, where you find the rainfall condition has changed substantially, where we're at now, that you find that crop production is down because we have no water to carry out our crop production practice, has been set up by we ourselves. We have been the greatest destroyer of ourselves. We burn our gums rather than making mulches and using it. I have worked in St. Elizabeth. The St. Elizabeth farmer harvests his grass, dries it, and use it for dry farming. We burn our grass. One of the issues that we found when we were doing the research is that every year the ice in the African island, the Himalayas, you call all the mountains in the world, they are thawing out. The research also says that in the next 50 years, the ice in all this area will be totally melted.
For the period April 2018 to March 2019, the New Parish Office. Agriculture continues to be one of the most vital sectors for the development of Jamaica, with strong potential for growth. St. Mary has made its clear contribution. As such, in keeping with our obligation to advocate for our farmers and the farm families, we endured many challenges in ensuring that our farmers were represented. The year in review has been characterized by economic challenges and restricted support in both public and private partnerships, which in turn affected the productivity of our farmers. Our farmers continue to battle in the fight against predatory, high input costs, pests and diseases, and marketing of their produce. The 32nd staging of the St. Mary Agri-Expo was successful, recording an increase in engagement as well as offering on the agricultural components of the show. Our performance at Delhi was not as good as previous years, however, with the resources we had and the collaborative teamwork, we executed as best as we could.
As we take a look at our start representing that one It's that bad. It is that bad. So I'm going to try and run through this process as quickly as possible. So, as was said, I'll be doing the elections of officers for the St. Mary Association of Grand Societies. For those of you who don't know, the St. Mary Association of Grand Societies is the association that governs all that goes on for the JS in the parish with the assistance, or should I say, working collaboration with the parish managers and the parish manager and the parish secretary. So that is our little parish board, if you want to call it that, right? So the positions that are up for re-election: president, first and second vice president, secretary, and treasurer. The former body, as we call them, former, because when it is an election, they are at 12 midnight, the day before the annual general meeting, all the positions are null and void. You, the farmers, our members, will vote for this executive. But in order for you to hold a post, you will need to be, one, a paid-up member and in good standing with the society, which means you need to be a financial member. So if you have a card and it expired, you are not in good standing with the society. You're still a member, but not in good standing. And we have to get an executive body with members who are in good standing with the society. So that being said, I'm going to open the floor for nomination for president. Now how it goes, you will need to nominate somebody, then somebody will need to second them, and then we will vote. If there is more than one nomination for a particular post, we will vote, and the person that gets the most will automatically assume that role. Okay? So, as I said before, president first and